DM Ananya, in plain clothes, was riding in an auto rickshaw with her younger sister Pooja to go shopping at the mall. On the way, at a checkpoint, the police stopped the auto rickshaw. Inspector Debashish Roy asked the driver for papers and started finding faults to demand a bribe. The police inspector said, "Your vehicle doesn't have insurance. No pollution certificate. A fine must be issued." The auto rickshaw driver folded his hands and said, "Sir, it was my mistake. I have the papers, but I forgot them at home. I will show you tomorrow." "Please forgive me," Inspector Debashish Roy said sternly. "No, the fine must be issued. If you don't want the fine, then give 2,000 rupees. Hearing this, DM Ananya quietly observed the whole incident. The auto rickshaw driver said humbly, "Sir, I just left home. The day has just started. I don't have money with me. I haven't earned a single penny yet. From where will I give you money?" The police officer mocked him and said, "Didn't you earn yesterday? Where did that money go? Give him that money." The driver said in a hopeless tone, "Sir, that money was spent yesterday itself. I truly have no money. Please forgive me. I will never make such a mistake again. I will always carry my papers with me." During this whole conversation, DM Ananya, who was sitting in the back of the auto, was silently watching and listening. When Inspector Debashish Roy got aggressive with the driver and said, "You poor beggar, you don't even have 2,000 rupees. However you manage, give me 2,000 rupees, otherwise your auto and rickshaw will be seized." The auto rickshaw driver said, "Sir, what have I done that you will seize my auto and rickshaw? Have I committed such a big crime that you will confiscate my auto?" Hearing this, the inspector became furious and slapped the driver, saying, "You dare to argue with me? How dare you?" Seeing this, DM Ananya was shocked. She got down from the auto and went straight to the police, saying, "Who gave you the right to slap this driver? This is not the way. This brother drives daily with hard work, and with this income his family survives. If he has made a mistake, will you take a bribe, slap him, and seize his auto? What kind of law is this?" At that time, DM Ananya was in a blue salwar suit and slippers in plain clothes. She was going to buy clothes for her sister Pooja at the mall. The police thought she was an ordinary person questioning them. Hearing Ananya's words, Inspector Debashish Roy became even more furious. He said in a sharp tone, "You will teach me what I should do? Who asked you to interfere? Don't talk too much, otherwise I will put you in jail too. If I want, I can arrest you right now. Don't cross your limits, understood?" Inspector Debashish Roy had no idea that the woman he was speaking to in such a tone was actually a DM officer. Ananya, staying calm, said, "Sir, just because you are police, will you beat people? Will you forcefully take bribes from the poor? What you're doing is not only wrong, but also against the law." Hearing Ananya's words, Debashish Roy lost his control. He got angry and slapped Ananya, saying, "You will teach me law? I have been watching you since then. You are talking too much. Do you think you know the law better than me? Don't make me more angry, otherwise I will put you and your sister Pooja in jail. Quickly take this auto and leave." The auto rickshaw driver, seeing all this, remained silent in fear. Ananya controlled her anger. She was intentionally not revealing her identity because she wanted to see how low Inspector Debashish Roy could go. Then she sat back in the auto rickshaw. After some time, the auto dropped them at the clothing mall. Ananya, with her sister Pooja, went inside and bought her beautiful clothes. From the outside, Ananya looked calm, but in her mind she had already decided that Inspector Debashish Roy must be taught a lesson. Such an officer, who makes a mockery of the law, does not deserve to be in the police station. After returning from the mall, Ananya decided to visit the police station to see what kind of environment existed there. If the entire station where Debashish Roy worked was drowned in corruption, then the system needed to be cleaned from the inside. The next morning, Ananya, hiding her true identity and disguising herself as an ordinary girl, went straight to the police station. As soon as she entered, her eyes fell on Inspector Baikash Chaudhuri, who was sitting in the front, relaxing with a fan and talking on the phone. Ananya went straight to him and said, "Sir, I need to file a report." Before Ananya could say anything more, Baikash Chaudhuri interrupted her and said, "Against whom do you want to file a report?" "Don't you know the fee for filing a report here is 5,000 rupees? Did you bring the money? If you have the money, say it, otherwise leave quickly." Hearing this, Ananya's eyes turned red. She was shocked to see that corruption was happening so openly in this police station, and being the district DM officer, she had never received any report of this. Ananya took a deep breath and said in a firm voice, "Sir, you are asking for bribe money from us. To file a report, there is no fee. What you're doing is not only wrong, but also against the law." Hearing this, Baikash got furious and said, "What did you say?" "I am wrong. Do you know the law better than me? Don't talk too much, otherwise I will lock you up inside right now." Ananya understood that this inspector too was walking on the same path as Debashish Roy. She stayed calm and asked, "Where's your inspector, Debashish Roy?" Baikash, irritated, said, "What do you have to do with him? Don't ask me questions, go and talk to him yourself." Ananya said again, "Sir, please write the report, otherwise I will take action against you. You don't know who I am." Hearing this, Baikash laughed and said, "You are trying to scare me. Looking at you, it seems you are either a beggar, or you pick up garbage, or you sweep in some house. Here, no report will be written. Now get out, otherwise I will push you out." Ananya controlled herself. She had understood that all of them were walking on the same corrupt path. She decided in her mind that they must be taught a lesson, but before that, their full misdeeds had to be seen. Then, coming out of the station, she thought for a while, then took out her mobile and called her IEPS and IAS officers, saying, "I am at this police station. You all bring my car." Saying this, she again entered the station. Seeing her, Baikash shouted, "This girl came again? Don't you understand? This time I will teach you a lesson. Now you will have to go to jail." Ananya fearlessly, in a long but clear voice, said, "Sir, I just want to file a report. You please register the report. If you behave like this with the public, then from whom should we expect justice?" But Baikash again kept saying the same thing. "I said no. If you want to file a report, take out 5,000 rupees. Without money, nothing will happen here. Don't bother me again, otherwise I will push you out." Ananya was thinking in her mind how low they have fallen. They don't even know how to talk to a woman. She gave a slight smile and said, "Look, sir, why are you asking for bribe? Nowhere in the law is it written that to register a report, money must be taken from the public. You are clearly breaking the law. If you do not register the report, then I will take strict action against you. You think yourself a big officer, but you have no idea what is about to happen with you." Hearing this, Baikash became very angry. He signaled to 2 constables and ordered, "Take this girl outside and teach her a lesson. This will not go like this." 2 constables started moving towards Ananya. They were about to hold her hand. Just then, from the door of the police station, a stern voice came, "Stop!" Everyone's eyes turned towards the door. There stood a team of IAS and IPS officers who had come to call DM Ananya. Behind them were some more senior police officers. Among them, one looked angrily at Baikash Chaudhuri and said, "Shameless inspector, what are you doing? Right now your uniform will be taken off and you will spend the rest of your life in jail." Hearing this, Baikash's hands and legs started trembling. Sweat began to drip from his forehead. Stammering, he tried to say, "Sir, this girl..." But before his words could end, Ananya stepped forward. Now her face showed more determination and firmness. In a serious voice, she said, "Shut up, Bikash. I am not just any girl. I am the DM of this district. I have seen with my own eyes how ordinary people are treated here. You think this police station is your personal property. Now you will know what real law is. The environment of the station had completely changed. The constables were looking at each other's faces. The two constables who had just tried to catch Ananya now stepped back in fear. The IAS officer angrily slammed his hand on the table and ordered, "Constables, take Inspector Bikash into custody right now. Not even a moment's delay will be tolerated. Otherwise, you know the consequence." The whole police station drowned in silence. That Bikash, who a little while ago was roaring like a lion, was now folding his hands and pleading with tears. Looking at Ananya, he said while crying, "Madam, I have made a mistake. Give me one chance. My job will be lost." But there was no pity in Ananya's eyes. In a cold and stern voice, she said, "A mistake is only a mistake when it happens once. Your crime is not a mistake, it is a habit, and you must be punished for it. Suppressing the voice of the people, mocking the law, and insulting a woman are not mistakes, they are crimes." DM Ananya, in a harsh voice, said to her IPS officer, "Suspend them immediately and put handcuffs on." The IPS officer gave a signal, and two constables stepped forward and began handcuffing Inspector Bikash Choudhury. The other police personnel present in the station premises stood with their heads down. While Bikash was being taken away, suddenly Inspector Debashish Roy entered through the main gate of the police station. There was a nervous look on his face, but without understanding the situation, he walked inside. Seeing Ananya standing in front, he was stunned. His mind flashed back to that scene when he had slapped Ananya, thinking she was just an ordinary girl, while cutting a challan of an auto driver on the road. That day, he thought it was just a small incident, but today he understood why this girl was standing in front of him, and behind her stood a team of IAS and IPS officers. He thought, the one I had slapped must have complained at the DM office. That is why the officers have come here to investigate. At that moment, Inspector Debashish, in a trembling voice, said to the senior officers, "Sir, this girl is #1 troublemaker. When I was cutting a challan of an auto driver, she started arguing with me and began slapping me. So I said some harsh words to her. That is why she went to the DM office and filed a complaint. Because of that, you came here and arrested Bikash Choudhury. Instead, you should have arrested this girl." Hearing this, silence fell over the entire police station, as if something big was about to happen. Then the IPS officer, in anger, slapped Debashish across the face and said in a stern voice, "Inspector Debashish, behave yourself. Do you know who this lady is, about whom you are speaking?" Hearing this, it felt to Debashish as if he would have a heart attack. In a trembling and fearful voice, he said, "Sir, what are you saying? Who is this madam, really?" Before the IPS officer could say anything, DM Ananya looked directly at him. Her eyes held that same fire that had been suppressed the day she was slapped. DM Ananya, in a sharp and serious voice, said, "Remember that slap? Today, that slap will weigh heavy on your entire life. Inspector Debashish, that day you thought by insulting an ordinary girl you had won. But the reality is that slap did not hurt my soul. Rather, it exposed the filth of your entire system. You did not just hit me, you hit the voice of those people who expect justice from you." Inside the police station, such silence spread, as if someone had stolen everyone's voice. Debashish's face turned pale in an instant. His lips were trembling, but his voice seemed stuck in his throat. Then Ananya, in a serious tone, said, "Today, I have not come only as DM. I have stood on behalf of all those people whom officers like you insult everywhere. Be it on the road, in the police station, or in the office, you thought by wearing a uniform you could think yourself as God. But today you will know that law is equal for everyone. For police also. Saying this, Ananya slammed the table hard with her hand. Everyone shuddered in fear. She shouted, "Constable, arrest Inspector Debashish. Remove his uniform and prepare the suspension report right now." The IPS officer, without wasting a second, gave a signal. 2 constables came forward and handcuffed Debashish's hands. Poor Debashish was trembling in fear. Pleading, he said, "Madam, please forgive me. A mistake happened. I could not recognize." But Ananya interrupted his words midway and said, "Law does not ask anyone's identity, Inspector. By your forgiveness, the suffering of the people will not be reduced. Now the court will decide." The whole police station was listening. For the first time it got imprinted in everyone's mind that in this district, whoever will oppress the people, his place will only be behind the jail. Bikash Choudhury and Debashish were pushed out with handcuffs. Outside, in the waiting crowd, uproar began. People were whispering among themselves. They could not believe that the 2 big officers of the district today got trapped in the fire of law. The IPS officer clearly told the media, "From now on, in this district, there will be no hooliganism. Only law will prevail. Whether police, leader, or common man, whoever does wrong will be punished." The crowd clapped. Some recorded videos on mobile, as if this was a historic moment. The constables put both of them into the jeep and took them straight to jail. As soon as the jeep stopped at the jail gate, the jailer himself came outside. Ananya and the IPS officer ordered, "Make them prisoners. From today they are not officers, they are criminals." Then both of their uniforms were removed and they were given white prisoner clothes. On their faces shame, anger, and regret appeared together. When they were pushed behind the iron bars, Bikash Choudhury started crying. Debashish said loudly, "If that day I had not slapped, then maybe today I would not have to see this day."